Today we're going to talk about Coffee Crisis for the Nintendo Switch. What's up guys, it's Jason Overthink Gaming, and today we're going to talk about a new beat 'em up that I saw on the Nintendo Switch, Coffee Crisis. Now, I did see this game a while back for the Sega Genesis, but I never decided to buy the cart. Yes, you heard me right, Sega Genesis. This game came out in 2017. It was a homebrew that came out for the Sega Genesis, and to me that's pretty cool that you can still buy physical cartridges with manuals and stuff like that. Some companies are keeping this retro alive, so that's pretty awesome. So I decided, you know what, I need to download this and check it out. I found it on the eShop for the low price on this Christmas Day morning for $6.66. Yes, that's correct, it's on sale. It's a $10 game, it's on sale for $6.66. But if you're watching this after Christmas, you can pick it up for 10 bucks. Super cheap. Alright, so growing up in the 90s, beat 'em ups was a huge thing. I was a big fan of Double Dragon, all the Double Dragon games, 1, 2, and 3. I was a huge fan, also a Final Fight. There was nothing like seeing those big sprites and just getting that couch co-op with friends. Even though for the Super Nintendo, Final Fight was not co-op, but in the arcade it was. It was just something different. Beat 'em ups were huge in the 90s. That was just a genre at its peak. So now Coffee Crisis is taking us back to the 90s on a beat 'em up, which is way different. So you start out the game as a barista and your basic attack is a bag of beans. Yes, you heard me correct. A bag of beans to smack these people around. Now you can pick up weapons, which are pretty fun to smack people around. I had more fun picking up the weapons. And you also have a strong attack, which you wind up and you could hit these people with. You know, the strong attack gets more damage. And you also can throw people around, which is also more damage, but that's actually a little harder to do. It takes a little more time. And you also have a jump kick. It's super overpowered. You'll find yourself using the jump kick, especially in these crowded areas. The jump kick is very effective in this game. I found myself using that more than anything. And of course you got your special move, a spin attack, which will take off energy. That's in most beat 'em ups. Oh, I had to show this, me spamming on the boss. And there are special stages. Yes, like Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter, Final Fight, everything had special stages back in the 90s. So I'm glad this game put something in, even though I found it a little weak. It's just repetitively pressing the button as fast and as long as you can. And to my surprise, the game had Metal Jesus, Rocks, and Alpha Omega Sin. What happened to Alpha Omega Sin? I mean, he used to make videos all the time. I went to his YouTube and see, it seems like he hasn't made a video in over a year. It's crazy. He was known for cussing and just speaking his mind. I liked his videos. They were pretty cool. But Metal Jesus Rocks, that was so awesome and a surprise to see him in the game. I didn't expect it. Metal Jesus is awesome, but it was not enough to save the game. Let's talk about the pros and cons and what I thought about the game. The number one thing I liked about the game, it's mindless fun. This is a game that you can pick up with your friends. It has 2 players. You can do your couch co-op, and it's just mindless fun. You just, you know, your basic attacks, jump, strong, throw. You know, you can do your jump kick, special moves. It's every basic attack in a beat 'em up game. That was pretty cool. All right, one of the pros is the music. Oh my god, there's metal music in here from it sounds like 80s, just guitar tearing it up. It was awesome. The music is definitely probably the best part of the game. Second thing is the price. It's only $10. Now I see a lot of indie games that are starting to jump up a little bit, you know, 15, 20. Some keep it low, but $10 is a good price for the game, so I can't complain on that. Another good thing about the game is that the fact it's on the Sega Genesis. I mean, this game was originally developed for the Sega Genesis, so to me that's pretty cool. Keeping retro alive. I'm a huge retro head, so anything retro that supports retro, that's keeping it alive, that's a good thing in my book. And the last thing that I found good about it is Metal Jesus Rocks being in there. You can actually fight him. I don't want to have any spoilers, but it was a small part. And to me it was a surprise. I love Metal Jesus. I love his videos. I'll leave a link to his channel in the description. If you haven't heard of Metal Jesus Rocks, he's one of the #1 YouTubers in the retro scene. So definitely check out his channel. I like a lot of his older videos, especially if you're into Game Boy Advance, Game Boy, anything going, you know, back retro. He puts together buying guides and the best of, and, you know, random hidden gems and stuff like that. Just random games. You'll learn a lot of games that you never heard of through his channel. So definitely check the link in the description below. Alright, so my first complaint about the game, was the limitations. I know it was developed for the Sega Genesis, but the limitations and the fun of the basic attacks. The basic attacks seemed kind of weak, swinging your bag around, a bag of beans. To me, I couldn't grasp on it. And I found myself using the jump kick. It was a lot more effective. I found myself getting out of crowded situations by just spamming that. Every once in a while I would use my special move as far as getting enemies away from me, but I found myself spamming that jump kick. And to me, that wasn't really a big thing in beat 'em up games. Yes, you did use it a lot, but I found myself using basic attacks a lot more. So, and the throws were really hard to use, to do. It seemed like you had to have, I don't know, the time to throw, because you would grab a person and then by the time you press the button, it was just the animation. You had to press another button. It wasn't responsive. At least that was my experience. I didn't like the throwing system. And so to me, the functions of the game just, I don't know, they were limited, and I didn't have fun. Alright, and another thing that I didn't like was the weird story. It was just weird. I tried to follow it the best I could. I mean, in beat 'em ups, who actually follows a story? Usually it's a basic story. If you play Double Dragon, I mean, you see the girlfriend get beat up, and it's just so basic. But this one is just weird. I didn't grasp onto it. Aliens were trying to steal heavy metal from retro games, and that's when Metal Jesus comes out, and I don't know, you can tell his part was added in afterwards, after they made the game probably. That was my favorite part of the game, seeing Metal Jesus, but as far as the whole game, the story, I didn't like it. Another con is that there's no save system. You're using passwords, which, if you're keeping it retro, I guess, but there was plenty of other games back in the day that used battery saves, so I don't know why couldn't have been a save system in this game. I don't know. It was Sega Genesis, so I will let it slide. But I wish they would have done an update for the Switch one, and at least put a save system. I don't feel like taking screenshots or actually writing down passwords. It's not my thing. So overall, the game, should you buy it? I can't recommend the game. Now, I'm not going to say it stinks and stay away from it. If you want to try it out and you got the money to spend, go ahead. Check it out. It's only $10. But as far as a game for me to recommend, I'm not going to recommend this game to any of my friends. Hey, if you want to play it, I have it on my Switch. Check it out. I'll do that. But I'm not going to say the game stinks. The game was fun. I was having fun with it, but I can't recommend it. I hope you guys found this review helpful. Let me know in the comments below. I'll be catching you guys in the next video. Peace out.